So welcome back for another one, guys. Today I'm going to be working with RPGHair. They sent over a beautiful bob lace wig, but before we get into the wig, here are the free gifts. First, you get this aftercare sales card. You also get this cute little toiletry bag. Inside you have your wig caps, you have your bobby pins, and you have a rat tail comb. They also gave you a handful of ponytail holders, some elastic, and a few clips. I'm going to be using almost everything that they gave. On the packaging, you see this is a 12-inch bob, natural color, 150% density. And this is what the wig looks like. Off camera or on camera, it actually looks a nice light brown, super full and healthy. Somehow, once I put the wig on, you guys will see that it looks darker on. So first thing I'm going to do is take the excess lace off the back of the wig. The ones on the far left are the caps that they provided. The one in the middle and the other one are ones that I already own. The one in the middle kind of is my favorite and it works best for my skin tone. So I'm going to take and measure out how much of the elastic they provided I needed and cut off the excess. Off camera, I went ahead and added the elastic. Linked below is a tutorial on how I add my elastic bands to fit my wigs perfectly. And this is what the wig looks like on. There were 3 combs in the front, adjustable straps in the back, as well as a comb in the back. I'm going to take that comb in the back and pretty much hook it underneath that elastic band. If you don't have an elastic band in your wig, you can hook it into like your braids or your wig cap, and that'll just help to secure it so that it lays super flat in the back. Once you put your elastic on, the wig should be kind of tight to put on. How you see me kind of struggling to get the wig perfect. That means the elastic band is hugging the lace closure area super tight. So once you get the wig perfectly acclimated on your head, go ahead and cut off the excess lace. I personally prefer to cut the lace off when it's on my head. That way I can see exactly how it fits my head and I can cut the lace off kind of to look most natural on my head, opposed to just cutting it off like on a mannequin head or something. Now you get a nice amount of ear tabs if you want to keep those. I find that with ear tabs, if you keep them on, you have to glue them down. I want to do a completely glueless method, so I wanted to cut those off. But if you don't want to cut them off, just cut around with the excess lace and leave them. And then like you can use your gold spawn, your bolt hold, or your got to be glued to go ahead and quickly gel those down really quickly or glue them down. So for my parting, this wig did come pre-parted in the center. I decided I wanted to do kind of a side part, maybe like a semi-side part. It's not too deep. And I'm just going to take my hot comb. This one is an electric one, and I'm going to take that and kind of straighten out the edges, the roots just a little bit. What I did notice with this one is that when you move the parting, there is a lot of flyaways in the parting once you move it. So I just took a little bit of my mousse to go ahead and lay that down. I brushed it in, and then instead of a straight back parting, I opted for kind of a curved parting just to kind of make it look a little bit more natural. When you do a curved parting and you put powder all the way around, when you tweeze it out, it looks super natural. And I'm going to take the back of that hot comb to go ahead and seal in that foam lotion that I applied and kind of just make it look super natural and make the crown lace super flat. Sometimes it's kind of hard to kind of keep the parting exactly how you had it, but I did my best. Now that I've done that, we're going to go ahead and work on the baby hair. If you don't want baby hair, you can skip this step. Sometimes you also find in the sideburn area that you don't cut off enough of the lace and it'll buckle and kind of flip up. So make sure that you go back and trim it if it's kind of flipping up. Now I'm going to take a good sharp pair of tweezers and tweeze out the hairline. This one did come semi pre-plucked, as you can see here. But the trick to making the lace lay and look super flat is to kind of tweeze the very tip of the hairline so that there's almost no hair at the very tip, and that kind of makes it look like you cannot find that line of demarcation. If the lace blends in with your skin and there are no knots at the very tip, of the lace, it looks super natural and super flush, and you can't really see where it starts or begins, or ends or begins maybe. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to tweeze the hair out much shorter. We're going to tweeze this baby hair out maybe about 1/4 of an inch long. And it's fine if the hair does not lay perfectly in all in one length. You kind of want them to be all different lengths, and this helps it to look a little bit more natural. I opted to use the yellow Got to Be Glued against my better judgment. I always find that the Got to Be Glued in black works much better for me because this one is a little bit more cakey, but it does bond the hair down. It does lay the baby hair much better. Now the great thing is that because I have not put my makeup on, I kind of do this and it kind of forms the baby hair, and then when I go and put my makeup on, in that time the baby hair kind of moves and lifts and becomes soft again. That way it'll look much more natural. Now usually I get lazy and I kind of cheat and I really just form the baby hair around the parting. But little by little I was like, you know what, let me just do all of the baby hair, and that is how you get the most natural looking hairline ever, is when it goes from literally ear to ear. So if you have time, go ahead and do it all the way around. I find that once you go below the arch of your eyebrow to your sideburn, that is the toughest to make it look natural in my opinion, which is why a lot of times I'll skip it. But lately I've been more apt to kind of practice and get that area perfected. So to check my work, I'm going to go ahead and add powder to the parting as well as the hairline, and this helps me to see, you know, exactly what needs to be done, because the powder a lot of times will finesse your errors. So if it's not perfect, you can add that powder and it'll make the hairline, the baby hair, look a little bit thinner than what it really is. This powder wasn't the best. This was the Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Natural, and it didn't really offer as much coverage as a foundation powder would, so I would not recommend it if you really want it to be nice. But finally I got down to the sides of my hairline and went ahead and tweezed that out and kind of thinned it out as much as I could without making it too bald. The great thing about not bleaching your knots is when you pretty much tweeze out your hairline like this, it won't go bald as fast as it would if you did bleach your knots. Like if I tweeze this hairline out this much after bleaching the knots, within a week or two this is going to be bald, and that usually is an issue for me. And this is pretty much what we have. You can leave it as is. I think it has a nice wavy texture to it, but it just wasn't as polished as I want. And you guys know I go for the messy waves, but the waves and the curls in this one just weren't as defined as I want them to be. Now I'm just going through and kind of straightening the roots. I find that, see, this made it look much more sleek. So if you just want to leave it here, that is fine. I do find that whenever you curl your hair, if you don't curl or straighten the roots first, sometimes it looks a little bit more messy than what you want. So if you have a chance, just go ahead and kind of straighten out the roots. Now I took that bang and I just kind of flipped it or curled it in a kind of a flip away from the face. And this kind of gives you those nice feathers. Super beautiful, super effortless. At this point, I've put no product into the hair and it holds a curl really good. Now I'm going to just take smaller pieces and kind of just perfect it and give it a little bit more curl than that. Feel free to do tighter curls and watch them drop a little bit later. You can also use flexi rods, whatever floats your boat. The main attraction in this look is pretty much that flip over on the side, or basically the bang on the other side, and that's kind of where I focus. And the rest of the hair, I kind of wanted it to be very loose and effortless. And that's why I kind of went back over in that feather bang side and kind of just did some smaller pieces just to make sure that it wouldn't drop completely. And if you don't want it to drop at all, pin curl each piece as you curl it, or you can use a holding spray, or you can use both. And again, when I come back in a few minutes, you'll see that the hairline will look even more natural because that baby hair will loosen up over time. And this is the final result. Now I'm going to go off camera and fix up my makeup really quickly, but I was already feeling myself. I didn't even feel like I needed makeup because it looked so good. Like, why am I touching my hair so much? You're going to make it drop, girl. Now here's a back shot. You guys can see that it's super full. This 12-inch is bomb. So much body. It is amazing. I used a new highlight. I gotta blend it out a little bit, but this is what I used. If you want to know what it is, I have it linked down below, but I am obsessed. Okay, now for my hair. I went ahead and did my makeup off camera and kind of played around a little bit, and my curls dropped a little bit. It was super fire right here. It's still really nice, but it did drop, so word to the wise if you are going to be, especially it's really warm in my house right now. The curls dropped, but they still have a nice body to them. Really, really, really love this wig. Of course, I already said it in the video, but this one is 12 inches, 150% density, and I feel like this is my favorite length on a bob. I've been doing quite a few bobs lately, and I really love them, but 12 inch just seems to be my comfort zone. Like, I really, really, really feel safe. It's 150% density, and I feel like it feels fuller than that, where it's not full because it's like heavy and like too chunky, but it's perfect. I did bleach the knots, really haven't been lately. I don't feel like I've been missing a beat when doing so. Also, I've been doing the baby hair like half the length I used to. I used to bring it to maybe about right here, and now I cut it maybe like 1/4 of an inch, and I've been liking that better. As far as the actual hair, again, it's nice and full. I feel like when I first pulled it out of the packaging, it felt like it was a little bit lighter brown, but I don't know, when I put it on, it's nice and chocolate. So yeah, I don't have any complaints about this one. You guys know I work with RPGHair all the time, and they always come through with the bangers. This one did come pre-parted. I believe it was in the center. I moved the part over to a side part just a little bit, and that's just what I've been feeling. And then I kind of just pressed all around to kind of make it come forward a little bit more, and absolutely in love with it. It is a little bulky right here because my braids are like a couple days old, and I need to re-French braid my hair to make it flat. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints. Oh, only thing about it was, you guys seen when I parted and I was going ahead and making baby hairs, there was a lot of like short hairs that probably were about this long, and they were like flyaways. So I was able to turn a bunch of those into baby hair, and the other ones I was able to use my mousse to go ahead and you know, flatten down, and I didn't have a problem once I did that. I think it's because the wig was already pre-parted in the center, and that's where you're supposed to keep it parted. But because we got so much parting space, I flexed my right to switch the parting, and that was there. But as you guys can see, I didn't pluck or tweeze them, and they're gone. So they smooth out just fine, but just note that if you see those, don't be alarmed. Make baby hair, flatten it out with a little foam lotion, a little bit of a hot comb, and you'll be good to go. So make sure you check out RPGHair. Have this one linked in the description bar for you guys to shop. Also, excited about my highlight, so make sure that you figure out what highlight I have on linking in the description bar. And of course, all the items that I use in this one are listed in the description bar for you guys to check out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button, because you don't want to miss what's coming up from me. And as always, I'll holla.